Are you guys on the back foot with the gigs?
Yeah, we're trying to get the content sorted.
Yeah.
And then, like, I think...
That's about being in a band right now. It's like a content creator.
Like being
and then
in
musician.
anything.
Yeah.
Like, if you're doing anything. Like, yeah. I'm making lunch. I better make some content around my lunch.
There's my ham sandwich.
Yeah. There's some slow-mo shots.
Yeah. Put some music by. This is me. What's that voiceover on like TikTok? Like me making my sandwich.
Yeah.
Just like that shit is honestly like too much.
Yeah.
Like, we've got too much content, guys.
Yeah.
We've got too much content.
You got to get those 50 pieces of video around that one thing, right? Like that's the
we talked about that quite a bit, the whole marketing side. I just always stayed the hell away from it. I was like, this is something, I'm a musician, but when it comes to all that, I'm like, whoa.
Yeah. I think I totally get that, and I'm feeling it now as well. Like, after finishing the mission of mixing the record and like producing the record, I was feeling pretty like done. Like, I needed a bit of a rest, but you can't really stop, because that's the amount of time it's going to be before you finish it and actually get it out there and you can get on with whatever else you want to do. So it was a little bit overwhelming, but we've kind of got a pretty circumspect plan. Like, we're not doing 50 pieces of content around one thing. We've got like, a bit of a 6-week plan for each of the singles. We've
nice.
kind of, got bits of content that we've made already, and I think a certain amount will happen at the time as well. Like, just put a camera in front of your face and say, I'm going to single out, and like, whatever. Yeah.
You don't need to. I think the problem I had with doing some stuff I've done is I will take it like too seriously. Like, it needs to be like very edited and scripted. It's like, honestly, just be like, as a single, like, sweet.
Yeah.
Like,
everything's a reel or a story.
It doesn't need to be as grandioso as you think.
Yeah.
And then, depending on your audience, like if people will end up watching it or not. People like authenticity, as we know. So people will I mean, even I choose that. Even if like the quality, like of a band I like or whoever, if I watch something and let's say the quality's not like, I don't know, 4K or like perfectly shot, but it's just someone talking and being themselves, I'm like, I'd rather that in that sort of scenario. But I think,
It's the thing where if you've got, 50 grand to throw at a marketing campaign, like, so then you're going to get all that awesome video shot by professionals. Like, that's amazing. That's definitely going to help. That's where labels come in, right? But for the rest of us, if you want to have like that one single where you've got the epic video, that, the top level production and like all the, that's going to cost you like 5-10 grand. And then you get one of those every 2 years because we're not rich.
How do you go about, like, so are you doing mastering? So are you mastering it as well? Or?
No, we sent it off to Luke from Primal Mastering.
Okay,
he mastered it and I did the mixing.
Yeah, and then so after this is done, then obviously like the content stuff which you're talking about. So videos... videos is a whole nother rabbit hole.
It really is.
It's basically just cash. Like, we'll just throw money money at...
It's like, go record a really... if you don't have a home studio, you pay someone to record, then you pay someone to mix, and then master, and then you pay someone to do music video.
The music video,
like, I mean, how much is that already? Like 20 grand?
Yeah. if you pay top dollar,
it is. It's super expensive.
I mean, that's that's real top dollar.
Super easy to get cynical about the whole thing, for sure.
I know. It's very easy to get... I found myself getting dark on it at times. I'm sure you probably have as well.
Oh, yeah.
It's just too much. It gets so overwhelming, and I'm like, why am I doing this again? Was this fun?
Definitely.
Okay.
Definitely. Yeah. Exactly. Definitely. If you like moments like
the content part. I like that sound. The content part for me even gets like that. Because when I work in marketing now, I like it, but I think it's strange as like a musician. It's like you're a content creator first, then a musician.
Yeah.
That's kind of how I look at it. I heard Mike Shinoda talking about that recently. He's like, this article of him discussing about how younger musicians and that now, it's like that you're not even like focusing on your songwriting as much because you're so worried about trying to put out content for everybody.
Yeah.
So you kind of like, not saying you'll lose like the, I don't know. Like
it's lost the creative, just be an artist and go do what you do as a musician, and the content stuff
it's certainly taking away from it.
It is,
but you
kind of have to do some of it, which is shit.
And the thing is, a top level artist has a team around them, and so those 25 reels or whatever comes out easy peasy because there's 25 people to help them do it.
Yeah.
And so that's where the entry-level, mid-range artists are struggling because it's sort of like, how are you supposed to get that many? How are you supposed to match that top level for output? You're not supposed to.
No.
But and what it should come back to, and what it's coming back to for me is just focus on making really good songs.